So Jenna, congratulations on the film, first of all.
Thank you.
And I just wondered how much of a draw Clint Eastwood was for you in taking on the role.
Huge draw. I mean, when Clint Eastwood calls and asks if you want to do a movie, you say, yes, of course I do want to do that, Clint Eastwood. Among actors, we all kind of know the best people to work for, the people you want to work for, and Clint Eastwood is at the top of that list. And now that I've worked with him, my actor friends say, is it true? Is he the greatest? He's the best. And I'm like, yeah, he's the best.
And can you tell us a bit about the experience of being on a Clint Eastwood set? What that's like?
Yes. Well, a lot of it is, having been on other sets, being on a Clint Eastwood set is completely different. So most sets you start at work about 5 a.m, you work about 16 hours, is a mixture of just sort of chaos and like is starting something but then stopping it, and then it's just sort of like a crazy, wonderful mess, right? And that's sort of fine. That's the creative environment that we're all used to. Well, Clint Eastwood has managed to get his work done in about an 8-hour day with just smooth sailing the whole time. And I think it's because he works with the same crew and they have a great shorthand. And it's also because he's notorious for only doing 1 or 2 takes of each scene. So all of the actors show up very prepared and ready to work. And you want to do good for Clint Eastwood. So everyone's just on their best behavior, and it makes for this wonderful work environment. And at the end of every day, it ends with this big, gorgeous catered dinner from the catering people that he's hired, and the cast and crew sit and have like this delicious meal together, and then you go home to your family.
So you actually get to see each other as well. Imagine on some sets you probably don't have a communal moment like that either. So
exactly. It's just, and because normally when you have your meal on a set, it's sort of sandwiched in the middle of the day, it's 30 minutes long, and you're probably trying to memorize lines for the work after the meal. Well, Clint Eastwood finishes the work, so then you just sit down and have this meal that can go on for as long as you want, because, you know, the work day's done.
And what did you make of Clint's idea to use the 3 real heroes to play themselves? And obviously you got to work with Alec in one of the scenes. Yeah, I
thought it was a pretty brilliant idea. It's certainly for me, especially when I see them in the stuff on the train in the film, it's really very powerful and emotional to me, because I know that actual person did that actual thing. Like, it gives me goosebumps every time I see Spencer run toward that gun. Because I know Spencer, and it's just such an amazing act of heroism.
And what do you think this story has to say about the way society can be quite quick to judge people, and, you know, their childhood maybe weren't perfect, in that, you know, the mums were called into the principal's office and the teacher's office, and there was kind of a vibe of like, oh, these boys might not amount to very much, or they're a bit troublesome, but obviously, and, you know, look what they did as 20-somethings.
Well, I think it's a huge testament to their mothers, who, you know, took such good care of them, even though the teachers at school didn't seem to understand them, and the principals wanted them to be a different way than who they were. Their mothers, and especially, you know, I just know this because of speaking with Alec, that his mom was very supportive of his desire to go into the military and be a person who puts their life at risk for others. And I can't imagine that was easy for her. You're so proud that your child would want to do something like that, but a parent just worries.
And you got to work with Judy Greer. I think you've been friends in real life for a while, have you? And then this is the first time you've actually worked together, is that right? Yeah,
Judy and I have been friends for about 19 years. One of my childhood friends went to college with her, and when we all moved to Los Angeles, we met one another. So I've been friends with Judy, went to Judy's wedding, she came to my wedding, all those things, but we've never had a chance to work together before. So it was crazy. When they called and offered me the role, they said, we have some really exciting news for you we think you're going to like. Your friend Judy Greer is going to play the other mom. So, and we had little hotel rooms next to each other on location, and we got to go to Paris together. That was pretty great.
Jenna Fischer, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!